Hi! Nature has a way of teaching us very interesting lessons. And we don't really have to go very far to find out these lessons. I came across this story about the Chinese bamboo tree. Just like any normal tree, it's planted the same way, but it has its own unique way of how it grows. Just like any other normal tree, planted in the seeds and watered, of course, the fertilizer and the other things. That's what happens. But this is the most unique part of it, that within the first year of everyday watering and, of course, giving it all the necessary manure and the other stuff, it only grows for 1 inch. 1 inch, that simply means just half the size of your finger. 1 inch for a whole year of daily watering. That's crazy. In a way, someone would give up. You want to see some progress. And for someone who has never experienced this, it would be very easy to give up. And this happens not just for the first year, also in the second year, third year, guess what? Fourth year, and even a bit of the fifth year. But this is what happens in the fifth year. Within 6 weeks, all of a sudden, the Chinese bamboo tree rises to a height of more than 20 meters. In fact, to be precise, they say 24 meters. I'm barely 2 meters. Normal human beings are barely even 2 meters. But 24 meters within those particular 6 weeks. Quite interesting how this growth can be seen. But it was a process. 4 years of watering, 4 years of giving the manure, of all the fertilizers that are needed, and then all of a sudden the fruits are seen. Quite the obvious lesson. You know what? Your dreams are valid. No matter what you feel right now, what you're facing at this particular moment, they're very much valid. And nobody should tell you, what you're doing, what you're toiling on. Just give up at particular stages. No, keep going, and one day you'll see these particular results. But there's another interesting angle of the lessons that I saw, and I thought, wow, how many of us, do have this particular public image that you want to show people of how successful maybe you are, of how well you're doing, but deep inside, that you're toiling very hard with challenges that you're facing, or even things that you don't want to communicate to people, even say them out, because simply it will destroy the image that you have. And I think from the Chinese bamboo tree, you learn a lot of things. 4 years of what I would call personal development. 4 years of no public image. It's nothing to be shown on the outside. But within a span of 6 weeks, rising to all these heights that everybody wants to really associate themselves with. And this is the lesson that I looked at. How many times, or how many of us are really bound to particular things? Now, and this is the particular lesson I see around it. How is my personal life? Is my private life dictating my public life? Or is it the vice versa, where my public life is actually the one dictating my private life? And so I have to keep living with the pressure given out by the people because of what I've tried to portray of them. And I used to be there where I will have to keep myself okay, look at people and tell them that I'm fine, that I'm doing okay, and even try to flow with emotion because of how I've portrayed myself to be. But this speaks much of who I am. If I know that deep inside myself, I need to reevaluate my life, that deep inside myself, I need to change a few things, or look into my own heart of hearts and really change a few things so that I can grow. Just like the Chinese bamboo tree, within the 4 years, just take a private or step back, build my own inner self, build my own private life, so that even when I'm coming out to the public, I stand tall enough to sustain the pressures that may come along. Because this is what the Chinese bamboo tree is. It true that maybe within the 4 years, it develops itself within the roots, just down enough to support the height it will rise within the short term of 6 weeks. I suggest to you that that is very true, that it takes time to grow within itself, develop the roots, so that once it shouts out, once it grows to the tall heights, it's able to stand even the winds that may come all along. So my question to you is this: who are you? What exactly are you within yourself? In your private life, what are you? Are you struggling with anything? Are you having some particular issues that you would really want to, you would really want freed out on? I say this because sometimes I have gone across many other people, gotten stories of other guys, who are really suffering, but, they can't share it out. I suggest to you this, that what you do doesn't matter, but who you are is what matters. In fact, somebody said this, that who you are is more important than what you do. So focus on building your inner self, because indeed, who you are determines what you do. And of course, added, who you are defines what you do and how you do it. So who are you? What is within you? All the best.